Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for this video. Before I get started, if you could please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, vote on this video, and tell me what you think. I'd appreciate that. And share this with other people. It'd really help me and support what I'm doing. Thank you very much. So today's video, healthy narcissism? Huh? What? Right? That's what I heard this concept years ago, and I've been asked many times about this in my videos, my question and answer videos I do every week. And I've answered it. I've answered it a few different ways. And I just think it's absolutely pointless. It's a pointless concept. It really is. Narcissism is a spectrum. You could say we're all on it. Sure. It's just not what I want. It's not a admirable quality. I don't buy it. I never have, and I still don't today. And so what I did is I looked up an article. The first article I came across was the one in front of me right now. It's on insider.com. The story is called 5 Ways Narcissism Makes People Stronger, Smarter, and More Successful. It doesn't make you smarter. Makes you stronger. It's just BS. It really is. And in today where narcissism is so profound and it's so on the rise and it's just destroying people's lives and relationships and families and children, I don't see the point of coming out with this. So this article was written by Shanna Leibowitz, again on Insider. And it's about a book written in 2015 called Rethinking Narcissism by Harvard Medical School psychologist Craig Malkin. And it's just, to me, it's just absolutely pointless. And like I said, with narcissism being so freaking destructive, I don't understand the point. Can we use another word? Here, I'll read it right here. In the 2015 Rethinking Narcissism book by Malkin, newsflash, it's not all bad. What is your point? You're promoting, suggesting that we all be more narcissistic? Because we are. As a society, it's growing immensely. A study that I read years ago, now it's been 5-7 years ago, that it is growing generationally. They can measure it in college students. Just consistently, more and more and more. I mean, with the internet and self-promotion and families not being as tight and both mom and dad need careers. And I mean, it's ridiculous. And that's just my opinion. So let's go over this article a little bit. Malkin introduces the concept of healthy narcissism, which means that you display some narcissistic qualities, but they contribute to rather than detract from your success in life. How? How so? Because what's important in our life? Job, appearance, money? If that's what you value, that will help you be more successful in those areas. But the more narcissistic you are, the more unstable you are. So usually that even crumbles. But if it doesn't, then that's all you have. That's it, which is not what human beings need, period. Don't need that. Don't need to look good, don't need to have lots of money, and don't need a really good paying successful career. Don't need it. Don't need it. Jordan Peterson just came out with saying any more than $60,000 a year is pointless to make. Pointless. We don't need it. I don't agree with that either. But so as it turns out, there's a growing body of research on the relative benefits of narcissism. Oh yeah, I'd love to see that. Though not all scientists use the term healthy narcissism, we checked out some of that research and highlighted the most compelling insights on how narcissism can change your life for the better. What I find incredibly interesting is there's nothing about these. There's nothing about these studies, the research. There's no links. You're not even saying who did it, when, nothing. Bullshit. Total bullshit, this article is. Narcissistic people, and here's a point. There's a few points. Narcissistic people can sometimes be psychologically healthier than other people. What's your fucking point? What is your point? Narcissistic. So we're not talking about narcissistic personality disorder, because that's the highest on the spectrum, right? So people down here that are somewhat narcissistic can sometimes be psychologically healthier than other people. Means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. This person is reaching so far to publish something. 5 studies, here we go, published in 2004 in the journal Personality Process and Individual Differences, looked at some benefits of narcissism. Hundreds of people participated. Hundreds of people. Who? Because all it says is results show that narcissists, and now we're talking about the personality disorder, results show that narcissists tend to be less depressed, lonely, anxious, and neurotic, and reported greater well-being than people who scored low on narcissism. Bullshit! And all that tells me is that narcissist that took the study is saying this about themselves. Who completely, more than almost anyone on the face of the planet, lacks self-awareness and lies and self-promotes and overcompensates and builds himself up. I remember, well, I'll get to that. This is just total crap. The study authors write, high narcissists may be socially callous, but that is no reason for them not to be psychologically healthy. Bullshit. Most important thing in our lives are relationships with people and having your emotional needs met. If you're socially callous, good luck. Socially callous means you're depressed. That's the first sign of depression. And narcissists tend to be less depressed, lonely, anxious, and neurotic. No, that's wrong. Totally wrong. They are more depressed, more lonely, more anxious, and more neurotic than other people. That's their problems. That's why some of them go try to get help. I'm sorry, but this just gets me. What is the point of this? Promoting narcissism. Here's another point. Being moderately narcissistic seems to protect against social anxiety. Yeah, you just said that being socially callous is psychologically healthy. But here it says being moderately narcissistic seems to protect against social anxiety. Yeah, be more socially callous so you don't even meet anybody. Great. You're safe and lonely and depressed and neurotic and unstable. It's just bullshit. And I'm going to put this link down below in the description box for everybody else who wants to read the entire article. I'm almost reading the whole thing. Another point, narcissistic adolescents and young adult, which they're all narcissistic. Children are completely narcissistic. And as we mature, we become less narcissistic, hopefully. But here it's a good thing that adolescents do not know who they are at all. You begin to form your personality as you enter adulthood. So adolescents do not know who they are. Narcissistic adolescents and young adults tend to be more satisfied with their life than their peers. Great. What happens in 10 years? What's your point? Yes, children are more satisfied. Of course. You give them a piece of candy and their favorite toy and let them go play outside. Satisfied, would you be? No, I need more than that in life. What is the point? What is the point? You give an adolescent a car, right? Some cool clothes, right? And some earrings. Satisfied. Don't need anything more in life. Do you? Because if you do, then you're not healthy. It's just stupid, this article. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. Narcissists tend to make great first impressions. Let me tell you about one. I had a business and I wanted to hire, I needed it didn't necessarily matter what gender. I don't want to get into the details. I needed a new employee with very, very detailed qualifications. A very difficult job I needed someone for. So this lady comes in and tells me I'm the best at this. I can do this. I'm so good at this. And wow, you're very handsome and all these things. And I'm just like, I smelled it. I smelled the BS right away, but let's give her a chance, right? Gave her a day to prove herself. She didn't know how to do anything. Nothing. She oversold herself so badly. I got so angry and said, thanks for wasting my damn time. Because here's what you said you're really good at, and you don't even know what to do. What a joke. You just failed me, you failed yourself, you failed our clients. And if I kept you, you'd fail my business. You made a great first impression. And that's contradicting. They're socially callous. How they make a good first, it's just BS. And anybody can make a good first impression if you lie. Where does that get you tomorrow? Healthy, it's healthy. Okay. Being slightly narcissistic is linked to having strong relationships. I'll read some of this one. In Rethinking Narcissism, Malkin gives a definition of healthy narcissism: being able to move seamlessly between self-absorption and caring attentiveness. That's not narcissism, is it? Let me read the definition of narcissism. This is from Oxford Languages, first one I looked up. Narcissism: excessive interest in or admiration of oneself and one's physical appearance. Excessive. If it's not narcissism. I want to meet Mr. Malkin. Because this is just, I hope you made a lot of money off this. I hope you got a lot of recognition. And I hope everyone's trying to be more narcissistic, Malkin. Dumbass. Oh, Malkin and a colleague developed the narcissistic spectrum scale, on which two indicators of healthy narcissism are responding no to the statements, I like to dream big, but not at the expense of any relationships. And I can rein myself in when people tell me I'm getting a big head. Not narcissism. That's not narcissism. How about self-reliance? How about self-care? How about confidence? How about healthy ego? Selfishness. That's the best thing I can come up with, selfishness. So narcissism, and then they gave the psychology definition, how it applies to psychology. Selfishness, involving a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, and a need for admiration as characterizing a personality type. Sounds healthy to me. I could totally see how that works really well in relationships. Healthy selfishness. I just looked it up. Here's the first thing that came up. A concept that many of us grapple with and perhaps truly don't grasp. What it exactly means, in simple terms, it allows oneself to honor, care for, and nourish within reason before honoring, caring for, and nourishing others. Love yourself first, guys. Then you can take care of others around you. But you can't take care of others around you until you know how to take care of yourself. This article is total bullshit. Love to know what you guys think. I know there's going to be opposite opinions. Tell me. Help me understand. Help me understand why we need to use the word narcissism and healthy together. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. We can use a different word because it's goddamn destructive. And I'm just guessing Malkin has never really dealt with a narcissist. I'm guessing Malkin is a little narcissistic, at least. Okay, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Really, your comments are better than the videos. People who are watching this, go read the comments down below. They're great. Thank you, everybody. And always, don't forget to be very narcissistic. Love yourself first, guys. See you later.